Good morning. I am Dr. Sudarshan P, Assistant Professor of Commerce, Government First Aid College, Beltangadi. Here before you to present the session 11 of Unit 6 of Human Resource Management of First Become Second Semester. The title of the topic is Leadership Styles. In the previous session, I told you about the meaning and importance of leadership and definition of leadership. In this session, we are going to study about the leadership styles. There are different leadership styles. For our convenience purpose, it is divided into different categories. Under that, first one, autocratic or authoritarian leadership style. That is strict autocrat, benevolent autocrat, manipulative autocrat. Three aspects, we will look into that. Next one, laissez-faire or free-rein leadership style or free-rein style leader. Types of leader. Then point three, democratic or participative style leader. Point four, bureaucratic or rules-centered leadership. There is a spelling mistake. You please make correction of that. Centered leadership. Next, fifth one, manipulative leadership style. And sixth one, paternalistic leadership style or style leader. Expert leadership style. Neurocratic leadership style. Sociocratic leadership style. Tenth one, situational leadership style. Actually, in the traditional approach, we have mainly three types of leadership style. One is autocratic, second one is democratic, and third one is free-rein leadership style. But all other classifications are coming under the three broad categories that I have said now. ಅಂದರೆ ನಾಯಕತ್ವ ಶೈಲಿ ಹೇಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಆಟೋಕ್ರಾಟಿಕ್ ಆರ್ ಅಥಾರಿಟೇರಿಯನ್ ಸ್ಟೈಲ್ ಲೀಡರ್. An autocratic, also known as authoritarian style of leadership, implies yielding absolute power. Yes, absolute power. Under this style, the leader expects complete obedience from his subordinates, and all decision making is centralized in the leader. And decision making and power is centralized in the leader, and subordinates has no power, no initiative, nothing. There is no participation by subordinates in decision making process. Autocratic leadership style. So, as I said earlier, the slogan is do or die, don't ask why because sky is high. This kind of leadership style or authoritarian style leader. Okay. He never gives any chance to the employees to give any suggestions or instructions while doing work. Whatever leader says that we have to do. Types of autocratic leader. Strict autocratic or autocrat. He is a tough and dry leader who believes in only telling and ordering the subordinates. So only one-way communication. Whatever he says, the followers or subordinates they have to follow and they have to do. Strict autocrat. Second point under that autocratic is benevolent autocrat. This type of leader acts as a fatherly figure and assumes that only he is in the knowledge of things and is the right person to take decision. Somehow better than the first one, strict autocrat, fatherly figure or as I say father, and he believes that whatever I am telling and I am instructing you, it is good for you, and I because I have full knowledge on the same. and he has the right to take decisions. That kind of ego will be there in such leaders. Next, manipulative autocrat. He is manipulative by nature and creates feeling in the minds of his subordinates and workers that they are participating in decision making process, but in actual sense he not allowing them to take part in the decision making process. But he is a very manipulative, just asking some suggestions with the subordinates, but not doing anything about such suggestions. And subordinates feel that yeah, we are also involved in the decision making process. Thereby, he is manipulating the things, manipulating the involvement of employees. Therefore, he is termed as manipulative autocrat. Next, the second one is laissez-faire or free-rein style leader. Under this system, leadership or maximum freedom is allowed to subordinates. It is like its theory Z of motivation. They are given free hand in deciding their own policies and methods and take their own decisions. Policies, methods, and decisions are taken by such subordinates laissez-faire. The leader is acting as a facilitator. The leader provides help only when required by his subordinates, and otherwise he does not interfere in their work. So whenever necessary, he put the break. Otherwise, he never interfere in the work of the subordinates. This is called laissez-faire or free-rein leadership style. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೇ ರೀತಿಯ ಹಸ್ತಕ್ಷೇಪವನ್ನ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯೀಸ್ ಕಾರ್ಯಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಹಸ್ತಕ್ಷೇಪವನ್ನ ಮಾಡೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲವ, ಅಗತ್ಯವಿದ್ದಾಗ ಮಾತ್ರ ಅವ ನಿರ್ಧಾರನ ತಗೊಳ್ತಾನೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಒನ್, ಡೆಮೊಕ್ರೆಟಿಕ್ ಆರ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಸಿಪೇಟಿವ್ ಸ್ಟೈಲ್ ಲೀಡರ್. ದ ಡೆಮೊಕ್ರೆಟಿಕ್ ಆರ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಸಿಪೇಟಿವ್ ಸ್ಟೈಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಲೀಡರ್ಶಿಪ್ ಇಂಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಸ್ compromise between two extreme of autocratic and laissez-faire style of leadership. ಸೊ ಆಟೋಕ್ರೆಟಿಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸರ್ವಾಧಿಕಾರಿ, ಅವ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ ಫೈನಲ್ಲು. ಲೇಸಿಸ್ ವೇರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯೀಸ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ ಫೈನಲ್ಲು. ಆದ್ರೆ ಇದರ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಮಿಡ್ಲ್ ಪಾತ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಯಾವ್ದಂದ್ರೆ ಡೆಮೊಕ್ರೆಟಿಕ್ ಆರ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಸಿಪೇಟಿವ್ ಸ್ಟೈಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಲೀಡರ್ ಅಂತ. ದ ಡೆಮೊಕ್ರೆಟಿಕ್ ಆರ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಸಿಪೇಟಿವ್ ಸ್ಟೈಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಲೀಡರ್ಶಿಪ್ ಇಂಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಸ್ ಕಾಂಪ್ರಮೈಸ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಟೂ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರೀಮ್ ಆಫ್ autocratic and laissez-faire style of leadership. Under this style, the leader acts as according to the mutual consent and decisions are reached after consulting with the subordinates. It's a democratic way of leading the team. Subordinates are encouraged to make suggestions and take initiative, and subordinates will be given power or autonomy to make some suggestions and to take some initiative as far as work is concerned. Right? This is called as a democratic or participative style leader, and employees will be participative in decision making process of the leader under this style. So there are these three style. One is autocratic, second one is laissez-faire or free-rein style leader, and third one democratic or participative style leader. Next, fourth one, bureaucratic or rules-centered leadership. It is a type of leadership where everything is influenced by rules, regulations, and procedures. That leader won't deviate from these rules, regulations, and procedures. The leader sets up a procedure for adhering to the rule book. All decisions are taken on the basis of the rules and regulations. No deviation of set principles is allowed under all situations. Any rule framed today will be applicable to all types of situations. Whether it is right or wrong, he follows the rules. Then the employees are not encouraged to take initiative as far as the decision making process is concerned in case of bureaucratic or rules centered leadership. ಯಾವುದನ್ನ ಕೇಳೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಅವ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಆಧಾರಿತ ನಾಯಕತ್ವ ಗುಣ. ಒಂದು ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಹಾಗೆ ಒಂದು ಚೂರು ಆಚೆ ಈಚೆ ಅಥವಾ ವ್ಯತ್ಯಾಸ ಆಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಒಪ್ಪೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅವ. ಸೊ ಅಂತ ಲೀಡರ್ಶಿಪ್ ಸ್ಟೈಲ್. Next, fifth one, manipulative leadership style. Under this style, the leader tries to achieve organizational goals by exploiting the weak points of the employees. Manipulative. If the superior or leader finds that some weakness are there in an employee, he tries to exploit it. If an employee is not knowing English, he is belong to accounting department. In that case, he takes that weakness of that employee and he puts more work on him. The needs and aspirations of employees are used as tools for achieving organizational objectives. The employees are exploited through different means of extracting more and more work from them and not compensating them for their additional efforts. He says ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿ ಹಾಗೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಹೀಗೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಬಟ್ ಯಾವುದೇ ರೀತಿಯ ಯಾವುದೇ ರೀತಿಯ ಪ್ರಯೋಜನವನ್ನ ಈ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯೀಸ್ ಕೊಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅವನು ಮ್ಯಾನಿಪುಲೇಟಿವ್ ಲೀಡರ್ಶಿಪ್ ಸ್ಟೈಲ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, paternalistic style leader. Right. This style of leadership is based on the sentiments and emotions of people, and he give concern to the sentiments and emotions of subordinates. A paternalistic leader is like a father figure to the subordinates. He actually direct employees as a father or paternalistic approach. The leader looks after the needs and aspirations of subordinates and also help their families and problems. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತಂದೆಯ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಒಬ್ಬ ಲೀಡರ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತಾನೆ. ಅವ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯೀಸಿನ ಇಮೋಷನ್ಸ್ಗಳಿಗೆ ಸೆಂಟಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಬೆಲೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಹಾಗೇನೆ ಅವನು ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯೀಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ನೋಡಿಕೊಳ್ತಾನೆ. ಅವರ ಅಪೇಕ್ಷೆಗಳು ಮತ್ತೆ ಆಸ್ಪಿರೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ನೋಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಅವರಿಗೆ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಅನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಅವರ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿಗೂ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಅನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಪ್ಯಾಟರ್ನಲಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ style leader. Next one is expert leadership style. The expert leadership style emerged as a result of complex structure of modern organization. Right? The leadership is based on the ability, knowledge, and competence of the leader. He handles the situation skillfully with his talent. ಸೊ ಬಹಳ ಟ್ಯಾಲೆಂಟೆಡ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತಾನೆ, ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತಾನೆ ಆ ಸ್ಟೈಲ್. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಈಗ ಮಾಡರ್ನ್ ಕಾಂಪ್ಲೆಕ್ಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ಸ್ಗಳಿಗೆ ಆ ತರ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪರ್ಟೈಸ್ಡ್ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಲೀಡರ್ಶಿಪ್ ಸ್ಟೈಲ್ ಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಹಿ ಯೂಸಸ್ ದಟ್ ಟ್ಯಾಲೆಂಟ್ ಆರ್ ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ಫುಲಿ ವಿತ್ ದಿಸ್ ಟ್ಯಾಲೆಂಟ್ ಟು ಟ್ಯಾಕಲ್ ದ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಆರ್ ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ ಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ದ ವೇ. Right? Or he directs the employees on a very expert way. You do like this is the way of doing. Yeah, he is expert on that. Expert is one who knows everything about something and something about everything. So that capability he has, and thereby he is managing the department effectively and efficiently because of his expertise knowledge. Next, eighth one, neurocratic leadership style. Neurocratic leader is highly a task-oriented one or workaholic one. He wants to get the work done at any cost. So he is not worried about the cost matters or any burden as such. He wants to get the work done at any cost. He gets very upset if there is any failure. So neurocratic leader is normally get upset whenever there is any failure in the organization. He is very emotional, sensitive and eccentric. ಸೊ ಇವೇನಾಗಿರ್ತಾನೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬಹಳ ಭಾವನಾತ್ಮಕವಾಗಿರ್ತಾನೆ, ಸಂವೇದನಾಶೀಲತೆಯನ್ನ ಹೊಂದಿರ್ತಾನೆ. ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ಅಂತವನು ಅವನು ಗೋಲನ್ನ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಆದ್ರೂ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ವ್ಯತ್ಯಾಸ ಕೂಡಲೇ ಅಪ್ಸೆಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾನೆ ಅಂಡ್ ಹಿ ಫೀಲ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್ ವೆನ್ ಎವರ್ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಗಾನ್ ರಾಂಗ್. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಫೀಚರ್ ಆಫ್ neurocratic leadership style. He does not consult his subordinate in decision making. He takes his own decisions. And he never consult the employees. He just takes what decision which he finds as suitable. Next, ninth one, sociocratic leadership style. This sociocratic leader tries to run the organization just like a social club. He is social with everyone. He gives less importance to production and more importance to friendship. So sociocratic leader focuses more on relationship than on production. That is, he tries to keep his subordinates very happy. So he creates a warm and good social environment in the organization, and ultimately it may contribute for better productivity and easier achievement of organizational goal. Next, 10th, ಸಾಮಾಜಿಕ ಅಂಶ ಆಧಾರಿತ ಲೀಡರ್ಶಿಪ್ ಸ್ಟೈಲ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ 9th ಇದು. 10th ಇದು ಸಿಚುವೇಶನಲ್ ಲೀಡರ್ಶಿಪ್ ಸ್ಟೈಲ್. Situational type leader uses different styles in different situations. That is, he changes his style according to the situation. Sometimes he is autocratic, sometimes he is benevolent, sometimes he is democratic, sometimes he is sociocratic, right? Sometimes he will be autocratic, consultative, participative, etc. Nowadays, most managers use this style of leadership because there is no uniform situation which prevails continually in the organization. Every time we are facing different situation, therefore different types of leadership style is also required by a manager. So ಸನ್ನಿವೇಶ ಆಧಾರಿತ ನಾಯಕತ್ವ ಶೈಲಿ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಪ್ರಸ್ತುತ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜರ್ಗಳು ಈ ಸ್ಟೈಲ್ ಅನ್ನ ಅಥವಾ ಶೈಲಿಯನ್ನ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ different types of leadership styles. So you can expect a 24 marks question on this topic in the examination. Therefore, you have to understand and internalize the various points that I have said so far in the topic called leadership styles. With this, I conclude this session. Thank you.